Hello friends. So I know I haven't been uploading for a long time, and today actually we are not going to do any lead code video, but we are going to do a very special video with one of my dearest friends to whom I have known for decades. Actually our friendship goes back like years and years and years. And currently he also works in IT, and today we are going to do a tech talk session. So let me quickly introduce my very dear friend Manan Shah. And Manan, why don't you just start ahead and why don't you introduce yourself?
Yes, Parth. First of all, thank you so much for having me here with your Destination FAANG channel. And hello all from the Destination FAANG YouTube family. So my name is Manan Shah. I am IT engineer. So I have also vast experience in the IT. I have 8.5 years of experience in IT, and in these years I worked for so many tech companies. And right now I'm in the Infosys Limited, and here I am working as a technology lead.
That's pretty great. Working for Infosys in itself is a huge achievement. It's a very well reputed IT company. A lot of people, like everyone in the world, knows about it. How does it feel to be like working as a tech lead, and how has your experience been so far? You mentioned that you've been working in IT for almost 8.5 years.
You know why, Parth? It's a very good that first, in our earlier career we start with the coding, and then we start with the managing a team, and then we start with the managing our clients, which is also domestic client and international clients as well. So yes, it's a wonderful journey, and right now I'm having in my wonderful area that I'm also suggesting my client. I'm also managing my team, also managing my clients. And another thing, I'm also an internal evaluator for the Infosys company. So
a quick question, like I actually have a lot of questions to ask, but you mentioned that in Infosys currently you are an internal evaluator. So from what I understand, I know Infosys is actually like a consulting firm that solves any tech needs that any client has all over the world. And you mentioned that you have domestic and international clients, right?
Right.
So from what I can understand, it means that Infosys has a set of people, and your project needs some resource or some people.
Right.
So you decide that which person to bring in. Is that what an internal?
Yes, exactly, Parth. Actually, what happened? How I selected in my recent project that when I joined at that time there is no interview. So one evaluator panel selected me for the interview.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Right. So if I cleared that interview, and after that they suggest me for some client, my client. So client also interviewed me, and I selected in the both interview. After that I got the project, and I got the account for that project.
So yeah, you became responsible for that project.
Yes, for project. And so right now what happened, so within a 6 or 7 months, in the less time span, I am also included in their evaluation panel.
Oh yeah, that
Yes.
Okay. So in fact that is actually a really good achievement, that within the span of like 6-7 months you now decide that who joins your team and who would be representing your client.
Yes.
Since now I guess you are in the position where you manage people, you are also managing the clients. You just mentioned that you are also managing like who joins your team, who leaves your team, which means now you are pretty much involved in like number one tech world, number two managing world, and number three at the same time you deal with like a lot of politics, the surrounding areas that are being changed, and I know that the things are moving pretty rapidly. So I actually have a lot of questions on those areas, but before that I actually want to start from the beginning of your career. You didn't reach there overnight. You mentioned that there has been a long period of 8.5 years that you need to go over.
Right.
So quick question, let's just go back when you first joined IT. What were your expectations? What are the challenges you faced?
Actually, be frank, Parth, you know that when I joined the IT, I want to join as a business analyst, as you know that.
Yeah.
But somehow I got project in the ASP.NET. So after that, I never looked back.
Yeah.
Like I start with the VB, then C#, ASP.NET, then I expansion my knowledge to MVC, Web APIs, and now I'm some kind experimenting on the React side.
Okay.
So you can see that, and also database side, I have gathered so much knowledge of Oracle, SQL, MySQL.
Yeah.
So yes, right now you can say me the full stack developer.
Okay.
So yes, this is how my journey begins, and right now I'm here.
Oh, so basically you started as like a back-end engineer,
Yes,
working on
back-end.
ASP.NET, and then
Yes.
the tech stack kept on increasing, and then now you are here.
Yes,
So-
in some point I was also DBA,
Okay.
but
so
yes,
you-
I expand my 360 career.
Okay. So quick question, like, what were the exact like challenges? Because I know working with the new technology is always difficult. When you are a fresher in IT,
Right.
you are dealing with a lot of anxiety, pressure to perform. Things could go wrong, mistakes you can make. Like, how did you cope up yourself at the beginning? What were your motivating factors to keep on going on, to keep on learning? Like, maybe just like not the technical side of it,
Right.
but the human side of
Human
it.
side.
Okay.
So first of all, my motivation is the mentors. Like they motivates me to learn new technology. Some mentors also suggest me that if your task is over here, now
Okay.
you need to move on. Your task is over here, you need to move on. So that's why I reach here. Otherwise, I think I'll be in one company for 5 or 6 years. But for that mentors pressure and the reasons, I reach there and I jump over and over. And yes, another thing I want to mention is the learning. It's very easy for you to cope up with the new technologies.
Okay. So I guess you kept on getting opportunities that would push you towards the limits.
Yes,
And
exactly.
your mentors were pretty helpful to you.
Yes,
Now you are in the position where you are actually managing different people.
yes.
What are some of the strategies you use? What are some of the new strategies you develop? And how do you keep them motivated and keep yourself going on with the process? Because I know you can complete the things in 2 hours what someone fresher would take like 2 days.
Yes.
How do you help them?
Okay, first of all, to my all fellow junior developers or my colleagues, I always say them to be transparent and don't hesitate to ask. And another thing, again, learning, because right now you can see that when we wake up in the morning, it's new technology, it's a new version. So learning is the best. I would like to say that I motivate them in this way. And yes, the change is the only constant in the IT world.
Oh yeah. So currently you are at Infosys, but why don't you tell me something about your earlier or primitive years in your career? That like what were some of your companies that you worked at, things you learned or something that completely changed you?
Okay. So in the earlier career, I joined with a small company. In that, I learned about the basics, and means in that company, I prepare myself to how to code, and
Okay.
I'm able to code the project and all. And then I joined the NIC.
Okay.
NIC is a National Informatics Centers. It's when you see in any government website, you can see that .nic.in. So in that NIC, I work as a contract developer, as a contractual developer. So actually, it's a game changing for me because I learned so many things, so many database I work upon. Like you can say that the open source database or Oracle and the SQL. I work on all that area, and the main thing is that I develop a proper one project from the scratch in the new technology, which never used in the NIC.
That's pretty cool.
Yes, and yes, it's so it takes so much time, so much effort, so much we fed up with that, but yes, we did it, and
Okay.
it's working very properly. Still, it's working fine, and my fellow colleagues are following our path, that how we move to old technology to new technology. So for that reason, NIC has a very good impact on me.
Oh, so that you learned a lot, you created something from scratch. I know you learn a lot of new things when you make a lot of mistakes, and probably doing something from scratch must have groomed you in the person you are today.
Yes.
The question, so how long did you stay at NIC?
3.5 pretty years.
So why did you decided to move from there? If you were so happy at the place where you were working, seems like you are doing pretty fine over there, right?
Yes. So my mentor in this case, I want to mention that my mentor suggested me that one day at tea time, he told me that, Manan, what are you doing here? Like here your work is done, right? So at that time, even I am the important resource for their team, his team. Still, he encouraged me to move on. That yes, you have learned everything, you know the knowledge. Now there is nothing left here for you to groom. So he encouraged me to move on. So that's the kick that I move on to my career, and see what that little advice can help me out, and right now here I am.
Awesome. So it's actually pretty good on your mentor's part that he actually suggested you that you should do something good with your career.
Yes.
Because a lot of times, and this is something I have personally experienced, I just want to put like a tidbit of my story, that I used to work at the same company for almost 5 years.
Right.
I did a lot of things over there, but I became too comfortable with my job and I was doing fine over there. Eventually something happened, I decided to move on. That's a story for a different time. One incident happened like just 2 months ago, that I got in touch with my previous manager. I told him that do you have any advice for my career, and do you think that there is something I could have done better? Because he knew me for 5 years. At that time he told me that I wanted to tell you this for so long, that you should try new things or you should do different things. But because I was such a detrimental member of his team, he just didn't wanted to lose me. So he never told me, and then he came up with the full transparency right now. That right now he's no longer my manager, he's just my friend and a mentor.
Yes.
And he told me that you should have done this before. So it's actually brilliant on your mentor's part that he actually advised you to do this. Yeah, like whoever that person is, kudos to him for doing such a good job in grooming a person. Okay, so that's a great information. You moved on from NIC. Where did you ended up next? And what are the experiences you had?
Yes, after that I ended up with the Ahmedabad's good companies, and I can say that with the mixed experience. Like after NIC, I have the proper corporate world's bad experiences. So yes, but it's good for me actually. I'm thankful to those experiences that it's encouraged me to be a part of this big organization.
So what do you mean by corporate bad experiences? Because I know when you grow in your career, things are not as clear as they are. There is a lot of gray area people operate into. So is it something what I think it is? Is it like office politics that you are?
Yes, exactly. It's all about the office politics that.
Do you mind like sharing few things, like what happened and how did you get out of it and what did you learn from that?
Yes. So I wanna answer you the second one first. That how can I get out from it? I changed the company.
That's the best way to deal with that.
Because you can't deal with every day. You can't deal with this politics. Like what happened in one company. I boarded as a team lead, and I am working so well. Like I give my heart and soul to that project, and my fellow colleagues and my junior developers, my all teams are working for that so much efforts. But some people can't see your success in very less time, because in that company I was very new, and but at that time I was the team lead of the 2 projects. So for that reason, they poking their nose in my project and giving some unnecessary information to my even client or even my manager too. So it's a very, very ridiculous thing I face. And you know what? In within 2 or 3 months, I kicked out from the project.
Oh, so you got kicked out from the project?
I built the project. Okay. I built the team.
Okay.
I'm managing the team, and suddenly I kick out from the project. And then, but I selected for that project. So that company company's very necessary project that was.
Okay.
And I'm the only person who got selected from the whole company history.
Oh, and then
yes. So were
you able to execute that project? Or
yes, I executed that project, but
okay.
I lost interest in that company.
Okay.
and I moved on. And after that, I joined the Infosys. So that's why it's very good for me.
That they
So,
did the
yes,
politics.
yes,
Yeah, because you ended up at a better place.
At a
So
better
that was a good deal.
and with better environment.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah. So okay, since you have already faced this issue, right? I just wanted to ask you that what do you think that is the mentality of some people that they indulge in office politics, and how do you think that politics impacts like any company?
Politics, I just heard a good that the politics can ruin the company, but if there is no politics, then you can have the great ideas and it can scale up your company in unbelievable a way. And I don't know about their mentality or mindset, because you know what, they're very comfortable in this environment. Like they're working for the same company for 15 plus years. So sometimes they got scared that someone came and will replicate them or replace them.
Okay.
So that is the mentality, but I'm not agree with it. You know, if you comfortable, it's okay, but you need to move on. You have to give your position to another person so you can grow up.
Makes sense. Yeah, if you just keep doing what you're doing, you will always stay where you are.
Yes.
And if something happens to you, who is going to do that job?
Yes.
So that's why companies, they need like multiple people on with the same knowledge. Makes sense. Yeah, I know some people, they might get insecure and
Yes.
try to do these kinds of politics. It's not good for. Imagine back in like 2004, if Google indulged into like politics and they never made like Google Maps.
Yes.
Where would the world would be?
Yes, exactly.
Probably lost.
Yes.
So you got a good deal out of it.
Yes,
Infosys,
yes.
Infosys by its name, it's a huge company, like
Yes.
probably in top 3 in India, and
Yes.
being a tech lead at such a young age. So that's a good opportunity. Let's come back to a lighter project, something that you love. Like I know over the span of like almost 8.5 years, you have worked on so many technologies. You have seen the world change. How do you like? What are some of your tech stack that you have worked on? What are some of the current things you are doing or current tech stack, and what are your future aspirations?
Okay, yes. So, as I told you earlier, that I start with the C#, VB, and then I move into MVC. Now I'm working on the .NET Core, and also I'm working with the open source language like React.js, and I do also have the experience with the web services, web APIs, microservices with Scala, and I also have as experience as yours. Like I also cleared the Azure. I'm also Azure certified developer, and I also Oracle certified Oracle back in 2016. So yes, another question, that what's next? So next I have so many things to share. The next, if you talk about the Microsoft services, and if you talk about the .NET part, I would say that .NET 7. Another AI. AI is the next big thing for us.
Yeah.
Right? If you talk about ChatGPT, Bard, Google Bard is also there, and I recently gone through the GitHub Copilot.
Okay.
Yes, GitHub Copilot is a very big thing to come, and it's a very, you know what, after this I will give one example for it. And Web 3.0, you know that, you already know that Web 3.0 is here.
Yeah.
So if you can focus like in .NET technologies, we can have the extension of the ChatGPT, and we can also use the GitHub Copilot.
Yeah.
So we need to use their extension, and we need to summarize our expansion our knowledge on that particular technologies. Another one is the blockchain.
Yeah,
right, blockchain is the another good thing to come. So these are the main technologies, the future technologies which I can see from now.
so you actually mentioned a lot of technologies over here. You mentioned the new .NET version coming on, the GitHub Copilot, the mixture of AI with GitHub Copilot, and since Microsoft is heavily invested in ChatGPT and also with GitHub plus ASP.NET, looks like a good combination if they can completely execute through. I hope that they do, because since I have a soft corner for them. Also, at the same time, you mentioned that there are a lot of new like blockchain technologies and stuff like that coming in. Like for blockchain, I know a lot of people, they only think or they only limit blockchain with crypto. But if executed properly, there can be a vast amount of use cases. Like imagine if all the votes that are being put in an election, if they are being monitored by blockchain, there would be 100% transparency in democracy. That's just like one use case, right? On top of my mind. Same way, if all the other technologies are being used in proper manner, there could be a great potential and a great shift coming in IT world. And probably I think we should have a complete separate video on that. What do you think?
Yes, exactly. Yes, we can talk about it because it can have another hour.
Yeah, definitely. It's going. Yeah,
Yes.
it will definitely be an hour long. So
Yes.
currently, if you want to advise someone that hey, go and learn these things, what would be your advice for them?
Okay. So for the beginner or for the interns, I suppose that they focus on the first of all learning. Just pick the one technology, any technology, and go through it. Then the certification.
Okay.
Do the certification more and more, so your confidence can build up very much. Another thing I want to suggest that the cloud. You just move into the Azure cloud, AWS cloud, GCP, whatever you want to add into your profile. It will also build up your profile, also build up your knowledge, and you can be a unique person in our developers community. So do this thing, and another very active in the GitHub.
Okay.
GitHub is your profile. In some companies, if you now it's okay, but if you want to encourage in the good company, if you want to interview in the good company, they want the Git profile. If you want to say them that yes, this is my Git profile, if you say that all the bars in the green that you are working, you are giving your contribution to your technology or in this world, then it will be more impactful. So build up your another thing, that build up your LinkedIn profile.
Okay.
Build up your networking. Just go everywhere you want. And the main thing, do the good network, because in this layoff no one can help you, but your network is the only thing that could help you from this disaster. So this I want to share with you.
So lot of good information. Advertise yourself, build your network, and build your knowledge.
Yes, build
yeah. Great advice, I think. And you mentioned that you gave these tips for beginner and like interns. What for someone who has already been in the game for like, let's say 5 years, 10 years, or maybe someone who is stuck in a company and they just don't know how to go ahead. The world has changed and is changing at a rapid pace. Any advice for them?
I would like to have the same advice for them for the certification, because but so many people are there with the 6+ experience, but they don't have any certification.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that certification can measure your talent, but certification can also mention your presence in that you are certified developer, you're Azure certified developer, so you have more opportunity.
It gives you the validation.
Yes, it's a validation for them. Yes, that you are Azure.
This for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Without you can have the knowledge without certification.
Yes.
But with certification, definitely you have the knowledge.
You have the knowledge. Yeah. They don't have to, because they only say that yes, you have the certificate, you have the knowledge. Like and another thing that right now the developers are not very interested to build up their network. Like they have only the small group of people are there. So network yourself. Discuss like us. Let's discuss. Then let's discuss about the new technology to come. Let's discuss about the code. Let's discuss about anything. But just discuss to open your mind. So these are my advice to just for the all type of senior, mid-level or every developers, that just you need to improve yourself at any stage. You can improve it at your any stage. I also did the certification at like 2 months back, because I don't have any knowledge about it, but But as per your guidance, I'm following it and I'm doing it. So I think at the end of this year, we need to complete 5 certificates, right?
Yeah, let's do 5 each. So
5 each.
yeah, okay. So today is like it's February right now.
right.
Yeah, we are planning that by the end of this December we will have 5 certifications each. So we'll probably
Yes.
make a video next year sometime. So, guys, great knowledge. I can see a lot of passion in you regarding like learning new things, new technologies. Are you doing anything on the side on your own? That hey, this is what I am doing right now. Or since you mentioned a vast array of new technologies, are you doing something to build on top of that?
Yes, actually, from last 6 to 7 months, I'm networking myself. Like, I'm very active in my LinkedIn.
Yeah.
I'm very active in my GitHub repositories are there, my own, and I'm also making a small ChatGPT like application with the use of the React.
Wow.
So what it will happen? You like ChatGPT, you can have that question and it will give the small answer, not like a ChatGPT, not
Okay.
brief answer, but you can have your answer, but in a small manner. So that's I'm doing. But yes, this is what I am doing in the separate of this, and also I am planning for the next certification. So I'm also learning in that part.
Oh, so a lot of new, cool, interesting things coming in. I'll be sure to post Manan's LinkedIn profile and his GitHub profile in the description. Anyone wants to check out, I think definitely they should go ahead and check it out. Yeah, they'll definitely find a lot of cool information. And whenever you build your next chat GPT, yeah, I'll be interested to see that. Definitely, this is. Have you thought about any name for your own chat GPT?
No, right now it's Manan's chat. Right now.
Let's put so just one information I wanted to give. Like Manan actually became father just like 2 years back. He has a very cute 1-year-old daughter. I think you should put the chat GPT on her name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure, I'll
maybe,
do that.
maybe Rihanna GPT.
Yes,
I'll post her picture right now so
Right.
everyone can see. Yeah, she's pretty cute. And yeah, definitely. Actually, since we both are like good friends, we became dads recently. We
Right.
can actually name this session like Dad Talks Tech. Yeah, maybe sometime in the future we can have a playlist on that. So looks like you gave a lot of cool information. Sounds pretty interesting. Good things to learn. Good things to come through. I think that sums up all of my questions. Do you have any like last final thoughts you want to share with the folks?
No, first of all, thank you so much again to have me on this platform, and it's my first YouTube video, so I can also represent myself in YouTube.
Awesome.
Yes, and yes, be clear to your vision, be focused, and be healthy first of all, because health, if you are healthy, do some exercise, workout for 20-30 minutes a day, will impact your mind very in a good positive way. So yes, and also build up LinkedIn and develop your developer family, increase your developer.
That's great advice. And also spend time with your family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Work-life balance.
Work-life balance is really important.
Yes, it's really important.
And healthy mind fits good on a healthy body. So keep focus on both. I think I have to work on that, but yeah. Maybe I can put that to like the next target of
Yes.
5+ certifications. So we'll see about that. But yeah, I think that sums up our conversation. I just wanted to share that we have been friends for over like 20 years. We have been known each other since we were in 7th grade. We have been so much entangled in our personal lives that like people think that we are brothers, not like friends, because all of my relatives know him and all of his relatives know who am I. And this has been a great session doing with you. Like so hopefully maybe we can do this sometime again in the future. And if anyone is interested in like asking their own questions, let us know in the comments and maybe we can answer them out. So thanks for that.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.